Hello, jambo. Habari yenyu? Hope you are all doing well. Karibuni sana. Welcome to Baraka Reality Media. My name is Sharon, aka Wabaraka. And guess what, guys? Today I have a very special guest that actually not one, but two special guests that are going to be joining us in this live broadcast today. We have a very interesting topic that we are going to be talking about. If you have questions, guys, today is your opportunity to ask those questions because we have the legendary, the one and the only Mr. and Mrs. Peter Kuria. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi.
Oh, wow. Welcome to Baraka Reality Media. We are so
Thank you.
excited to have you here in my channel. This is not the first time you have been here. And I am welcoming you again so that we can discuss about a very interesting topic. So by the way, guys, today we are going to be mixing English and Greek. So for those of you who don't understand Greek, pole sana, but for the sake of Mom and Dad, allow me to mix today so that they can be comfortable in talking in the language that they are comfortable in. So, Mom and Dad, again, I'm welcoming you here, but you just want to say hello to people and say where you are.
Hello, people of Baraka Reality Media, wherever you are listening to. My name is Rachel Kuria. I am right now in America, a place called Georgia, and my county is called Marietta, Georgia. We are happy to be here, to be hosted by the Baraka Reality Media, and you be a blessing to the Baraka Reality Media. We thank you, and Baraka ni kwenu.
Asante sana. Dad,
Hello. Hello, my name is Peter Kuria. And as my wife said, we are here in Georgia. And we are happy to be in Baraka Reality Media today. And we will talk the topic you'll be introduced to. We will be happy to answer all the questions you ask us. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you. Asante sana. Guys, wherever you are, please log in into this live broadcast. Let your friends know that we are here. We are live with my mom and my dad, Mr. and Mrs. Peter Kuria, all the way from Atlanta, Marietta, Georgia. My mom talked with an American accent. Usicheze na yeye, amesema Marietta, Georgia. So karibuni sana. Before we get into the topic we want to talk about, I'm going to switch language here to make my mom and my dad very comfortable. Demoria terere mami na dad. Amemi mwena wa Amerika ri mwikaine okireke tuke mwena wa Kenya. Mumete Kenya niguo. Na mwena wa Kenya mwikaine ta aini. Twire ine nyimbo iriko mwainaga.
Hĩndĩ ĩyo twarĩ Kenya nĩ twainaga mũno, na hĩndĩ ĩyo tũĩkaine ta Kĩrangarĩ Family Choir. Nĩ twainĩte nyĩmbo ta Ndĩra Tiri Igũrũ, rũu nĩruo rwamenyekanire mũno. He rũngĩ rwetagwo Ndũgũ yakua kĩ, hĩndĩ ĩrĩa ndakũhe ũhoro wa ma. Ndũgũ yakua kĩ, ndũgũ yakua kĩ, oiyeya, ndũgũ yakua kĩ, ĩya, ndũgũ yakua kĩ, oiyeya, hĩndĩ ĩrĩa niĩ ĩya, ngũkũhe ũhoro wa ma. Rĩu nĩruo nĩ rwĩmbo rũĩkaine mũno.
Yes.
Nĩ rwĩmbo rũngĩ rwa Christmas rwetagwo Mariamu nĩaimĩrĩirwo, na nyĩmbo ingĩ nyingĩ twainĩte hĩndĩ ĩyo.
No twainĩte nĩ harĩ rwĩmbo rũngĩ rwaĩkaine mũno na nĩ rwathiĩte mũno rũrĩa rwarĩ nĩ taruo rwarĩ rwa mbere, Ngai wa Isiraeli Mwathani Ngai wa Isiraeli, tũiguĩre tha ithuĩ ciana ciaku, tondũ matukũ nĩ mathirire magũtũra mũhuro wa riũa, nyamũ cioneki rĩu nĩ nyoneku, ciarathirwo nĩ anabii a tene. Rwĩmbo rũu twainĩte mwaka wa 1982 na nĩrĩo kwagĩte na thĩna mũingĩ mũno. Andũ arĩa me Kenya nĩ mararirikana hĩndĩ ĩyo nĩ kwarĩ na kuu na kwarĩ na mathĩna maingĩ mũno 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 mũno, andũ makĩgerera mathĩna-inĩ maingĩ, no nĩ gwacokire Ngai agĩtũiguĩra tha na agĩtũiga harĩa harĩ hake. Nĩ tũinĩte rwĩmbo rwĩtagwo ndĩratiri igũrũ, na rwĩmbo rũu ona Kenya nĩ njũĩ nĩ mararũina ihinda-inĩ rĩrĩ, nĩ tondũ nĩguo kwĩna mũcimo wa elections, nĩgetha andũ othe arĩa marathurwo maigĩrĩrwo ratiri igũrũ, na maigĩrĩrwo ratiri igũrũ mamacunga nĩ mekũhota kũmenya ũrĩa wĩkĩte wega, ũrĩa wagĩrĩirwo nĩ gũthiĩ kũmatongoria na ũrĩa ũtagĩrĩirwo nĩ kũmatongoria. Ndĩratiri igũrũ Mwathani wakwa, gĩthimo mawega na maũru makwa, ndagũthaitha ũreke mawega maingĩ na waku ũritũhe wa Saitani ũhũthe.
Wow, original voice, original voice. Ndĩratiri igũrũ, that is a song that was known in Kenya those years. It's still known. They have actually re-recorded that song in a modern way. So kama uko Kenya na unakuanga ukitafuta hiyo wimbo ya Ndĩratiri igũrũ, it is now online. Your YouTube channel yanyu ĩtagwo atĩa?
Ĩtagwo The Curious.
Okay, the Couriers. If you go to the Couriers and you will see their music, you're going to find moms and dads music, or the Couriers music. It's still there, and they are doing so well. They were and you were saying, I wish I could hear Swahili. By the way, we are mixing today. Paul, I'm really sorry if you don't understand Swahili. But for the sake of mom and dad, we are mixing today so that they can speak in a language that they feel comfortable about. I'm sure mom will not mind to speak a little bit of English here and there. So hopefully we can incorporate everybody as we discuss this important topic. Now, mom and dad, I want us to talk about marriage, because mnajua siku hizi a lot of marriages are breaking apart. Na kĩhiko gĩtiraikara mũno ta ũrĩa gĩikaraga tene matukũ mau manyu. Andũ arĩa marahikania thikũ ici ũraigua nĩ mahikania ũmũthĩ magacoka maikaranga hanini, rĩhĩ nĩ matigana. Rĩu ndĩrenda mũtwarĩrie ithuĩ twĩ ta ciana cianyu, mũtwĩre nĩ atĩa tũngĩka nĩgetha ihiko citũ cirũgame.
Nĩ thengiũ mũno tondũ wa kĩũria kĩu, na nĩ kĩũria kĩega mũno, tondũ ũhoro ũcio nĩ ũhoro wa ma atĩ ũhiki gũtũũra nĩ Ngai. Na matukũ maya nĩ kũgĩte na ũhoro ũcio wa andũ atĩ marahikanio ũmũthĩ rũciũ magatigana. Na no ũcio tiguo kwenda kwa Ngai. Kwenda kwa Ngai nĩ atĩ nĩ andũ mahikanie na matũũranie me kĩndũ kĩmwe, tondũ ũcio nĩguo mũbango wa Ngai.
Yes.
Na niĩ ingĩtua kuuga na njĩra nguhĩ mũno, no njuge atĩ kĩhiko hĩndĩ ĩrĩa mũndũ mahikania maikarania na mũthuri na mũtumia, magĩrĩirwo nĩ gũkorwo me kĩndũ kĩmwe, magatuĩka kĩndũ kĩmwe. No gũtuĩka kĩndũ kĩmwe nĩ kuuga atĩ hĩndĩ ĩrĩa mũikarĩte gũtirĩ ũyũ na ũyũ, maũndũ manyu mothe makoragwo marĩ ũndũ ũmwe. No Shaitani wa njĩra ĩrĩa ageragĩra njĩra ya kwamũrania mũciĩ, atĩ hĩndĩ ĩrĩa mwahikania, ũyũ akeigua ena indo ciake, ũyũ nake akeigua ena indo ciake, na indo icio nĩcio icokaga kũrehe thĩna thutha-inĩ, andũ makĩgeria gũtunyana. O rĩrĩa atĩ mwagĩrĩirwo nĩ hatagĩrĩirwo nĩ gũkorwo harĩ na mũhaka wa indo iria mwĩnacio, indo iria Ngai amũrathimĩte nacio, itagĩrĩirwo nĩ gũkorwo cirĩ na mũhaka. Magĩrĩirwo nĩ mũkorwo mũcinyitanĩtie, na mũgakorwo mũkĩhũthĩra indo icio. Nĩ ũndũ ũcio nĩ kũrĩ na maũndũ maingĩ mũno marĩa igatuĩka atĩ nĩ cianyu inyuerĩ, gũtirĩ kĩoyo kana kĩoyo, na ũguo nĩguo ithuĩ tũikaraga. Kĩrĩndĩ-inĩ gaka rĩu ithuĩ twĩna makĩria ma mĩaka 45, 45 years, na tũtirĩ twatiga mũthenya ona ũmwe. Mũtumia ũyũ wakwa ndarĩ ainũka kwao mũciĩ atĩ ũndũ wa kũmũra kana tondũ wa kũhĩtania. Mĩaka ĩyo yothe tũtũũranagia hamwe, na no tuge nĩ Ngai. Na ithuĩ tũtirĩ kĩndũ kĩa mũndũ. Indo iria tuonagio, indo iria Ngai atũrathimĩte nacio. Gũtirĩ mũndũ ũngiuga atĩ gĩkĩ nĩ gĩakwa, gĩkĩ nĩ gĩakwa, nĩ citũ ithuerĩ kana nĩ cia bamĩrĩ. Na ũguo nĩguo ũhiki wa igũrũ ũkoragwo ũhuana.
Kenani njokie ngatho nĩ ũndũ wa gũtwĩta. We are very thankful for hosting us this evening, or morning, or night, wherever you are watching from. And this is a very, very interesting topic about marriage. We cannot talk about marriage within the shortest time that we will be here, because it is a very, very wide topic. Let me start by saying that marriage is something that God ordains. It is God who gave a commandment. So we are in line when we say that we are getting married. And when you get married, that you stick to your marriage, because God says, I have ordained that marriage. And I want to talk about God when he said in Genesis chapter 1, verse 29, that God created male and female, and he blessed them, and he told them to multiply and fill the world. Of course, the world is still going on being filled, and subdue it. Do not just fill the world and abandon like when you are blessed with the children, because you do not get married because of children. You do not get you do not marry because of wealth. So there is something when two join together, or when you have somebody you are coping with so that you can get married, there is something that you found in that particular person, and that is something never disappears, whether you are married or you are divorced. That something remains intact. Ndenda kuga atiriri, kiundu kiria wonire thiini wa muiritu ucio, kiundu kiria wonire thiini wa mwanake ucio, kindu kiu gitire hindi githiraga. It never disappears. It's always there, whether you are together or not. Remember, the children comes after. Remember, the children are a blessing from God, beside other blessings, because you may be blessed in very several ways. And God also said in Genesis 2 that it's not good for a man to stay alone, to live alone. And so God said, I'm going to make a helper who is fit for you. So this is the man who is being told by God, it's not good to live alone, and I'm going to make you a helper. So in this case, the wife is the helper. The wife is somebody who is going to help this marriage. When you join together, and then God will help you prosper, because this one is a promise that I will make you a helper fit for you, and the two will become one. So you are no longer two. When you are joined together in marriage, you become two. Mutuikaga umwe, sorry, you become one. You become one because it's like you have been joined together. Look at a cord. When you join a cord, two cords, when they are joined together, it's very hard to break them. You try to break them, they can never be broken. So when you are together, no matter what, nothing should prevent you from going on. You said that marriage today, keep on breaking. And I don't see the reason why the marriage keep breaking, because marriage, when you get married, you are patient, because marriage is patient and kind. You be patient. I'm not saying that you are mistreated and continue to be mistreated, you continue staying there. You can separate a little bit and find out before you, let me say, before you get married, run the person you are marrying. Menya uria urahikira, ni wa mitugo iriku, ni wa kuria aumite, maundu maria mekaga, iundu iria ikoragwo thiini wa kou mucii ucio, nigetha waingira into marriage, that marriage is ordained by God, na ni atuika covenant. A covenant, a God's covenant cannot be broken, no matter what.
Ngũrũgamia hanini hau ngũrie kĩũria tondũ nĩ warehe a very interesting topic, and for those of you who don't understand this language that my mom and dad are speaking, they started by saying they have been married for 45 years. I think over 45 years they said that they have been married, they have lived together, and their marriage has stood. And that means marriage indeed does work, because they have managed to work together for all those years and their marriage is still standing. Nĩ warehe ũhoro wa kũmenyana, andũ nĩ magĩrĩirwo kũmenyana matanaikarania. Rĩu inyuĩ hĩndĩ ĩrĩa mwendanaga rĩ, courtship hĩndĩ ĩyo rĩ, yakoragwo ĩ how long? Mũikaraga kahinda kanene, nĩ mĩaka kana nĩ kahinda kanini? How long was the courtship?
Well, the courtship ndĩrĩ limit.
Okay.
Although kũmenyana o hanini tu ti wega, mwagĩrĩirwo nĩ gũikaranga kĩndũ not less than 6 months. Ũguo nĩ kĩrĩa nĩ suggestion yakwa. Kĩndũ ta mwaka ũmwe ũguo mũikare mũmenyane piũ piũ. You get to know each other. Nĩgetha mũmenye mĩtugo ya mũndũ ũrĩa ũngĩ. Ũyũ nĩendaga gĩkĩ, ũyũ ndendete ũũ, tondũ andũ matiiguanaine. O mũndũ arĩ mwena ũrĩa endete. Na hĩndĩ ĩrĩa mwamenyana rĩ, ti kuuga atĩ mũndũ amenya weakness cia mũndũ ũyũ ũngĩ mũtigane. Nĩ ũmenye mũndũ nĩgetha ũhote kũ-adapt ũguo endete. Ũkamenya atĩ mũndũ ũcio ndendete ũũ, mwena ũcio ndũkanathiĩ na mwena ũcio. Ũyũ nĩendete ũũ, ũkarũmĩrĩra mwena ũcio. So, courtship is very important. Andũ angĩ wa gweta hĩndĩ ĩrĩa mwambia kũmenyana na mũirĩtu, ndagĩrĩirwo nĩ gũkorwo ĩ secret. Ithuĩ rĩrĩa twamenyanire ndarĩ secret ona hanini. To everybody, even to our parents, hĩndĩ ĩyo. I remember I could go to my wife's home and stay there, talk with her parents. Na kĩnokaga mũciĩ, magĩikarania na aciari akwa, rĩmwe ndamũkora kũu mũciĩ agĩthangĩirwo, na tũtirĩ tũrahikania. Ngacoka ngamumagaria, ngamũtwara mũciĩ kwao. So it was not a secret. Kanitha twathiaga hamwe, na tũtirĩ tũrahikania. So everybody knew at this would be. It wasn't a secret at all. Na gũ kahinda kau rĩ, nĩ twahotire gũthomana. Kamenya ũyũ ndendete ũũ. Na mũndũ mũndũ atendete ti ahũthĩra mwena ũcio. Na ũyũ rĩ nĩendete ũyũ mũno. So ũgathiĩ mwena ũcio mũno ũkahatĩrĩria. Nĩendete gĩkĩ, ũkageragia kũmũtũria na mwena ũcio. So that is one of the secret of marriage.
Wow.
Yeah, let me add. Can you get it? Let me add and say that when you are quoting, sometimes you may not true picture. There are some things that people hide and inner things. So, and you end up getting married. When you marry and you find that something is awkward with my husband, with my wife, it's for you to persevere. It's for you to let go. It's for you to run to solve that issue. Nobody was there when you were courting. Nobody was following you. Both of you are together. You used to go maybe to a hotel, you sit down, you used to go to a beach, maybe you went different places. Those things that you later find out, it's for you to find out. It's for you to ask God, God, please help me persevere. Help me solve this problem in a wise way. And that is why a marriage works, because you are solving your own problem. Do not ask people to come and solve your problem, because they will not. They will just go and start talking about you, about what you are saying, about how it is possible you are, and so many other things. Many people will also add salt and to what has been said. Many people will add many other things to what has been said. In Matthew chapter 19, it says that a man will leave his father and his mother and to join his wife, and both will become one flesh. One flesh is that means they are no longer two, they are one. And so that God, what God has joined, the Bible continues to tell us what God has joined, nobody, and I mean nobody, should separate, because that wedding, that marriage has been put together by God, has been joined by God, and those people have become two. And let me remind the people, have become one. I'm sorry. They have become one. Let me remind nobody, I'm saying nobody should come in between to separate the two. Because when you separate the two, you are coming between God. You are doing what is wrong. Oreka uria Ngai atoigite kana uria Ngai atathondekete. Tondu Ngai amanyitithania, ni amanyitithania na ni amarathima. Blessing comes, mundu uria kwiritwo atiriri thiini wa ibuku ria Ngai, muthuri uria wonete mutumia ni oneire kindu kiega. A man who fights a wife fights a good thing. Uguo niguo Ngai Bible iratwira. Muthuri uria wioneire mutumia kai ni yoneire kindu kiega ri. Mutumia ni kindu kia bata ni tondu wa maundu maria acoka guthie gwika thiini wa mucii. Mutumia ndariviwaga maundu make ma mucii. Mutumia ni oe gukuhitha, ni oe gutumiria, na nikio aretwo, that is why she is called a woman. Na nikio hindi iria Adamu ombeirwo mutumia oigire, wow, these are the bones of my bone, flesh of my flesh, na agikena muno ni tondu mutumia ni onire kindu kia bata, ona ndahana ta nie, ona ni ahotaga gwika maundu maingi at the same time. Hau niho ngwamba gukinyia.
Okay, thank you, mono. A very interesting topic indeed. We are mixing Kikuyu, Kiswahili, and English, because on the table, like you guys can see, we've got my mom and my dad. They are explaining how marriage works, how you can do so that you can keep the marriage for long. And indeed, their marriage has worked for all those years that they are explaining. It has worked. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Me, I am a witness. When I was growing up, and I know one of the reasons that a lot of marriages are breaking today is because of fight between the husband and the wife. Korwa, niĩ hĩndĩ ĩrĩa ndakũraga, niĩ ndirĩ ndona mũkĩrũa, niĩ ndiĩ kana nĩ mwaru, kũrũa ona kana kũ-argue, niĩ ndingĩhenania njuge nĩ ndĩ ndaigua argument mũciĩ gwitũ from when I was born. Now, can you advise people, tondũ ndiũĩ kana nĩ mwahĩtanagia, tokorwo nĩ mwahĩtanagia no mũkamenya ũrĩa mũgũ-solve differences icio cianyu. Can you advise people what to do when you get into difficulties, or when you cannot agree on something? Nĩ atĩa mwĩkaga nĩgetha mũhote gũ-solve maũndũ mau?
Ndikora kuga atä tå rä te å guo maå ndå maitå marä mega atä marä nyue atä tå tikaranagia maå ndå mothe atä nä tå iguithanagia no nginyagia hagä age na misunderstandings no nginyagia hagä age na kwaga kwä iguithania å yå arenda å na niä ndä renda å so the argument is always there na gå tirä hä ndä gå kinyaga gwatuä ka atä nä må iguithanagä ria maå ndå mothe marä a må renda å arenda å akera å yå nake akä iga ä no nginyagia hakoragwo harä na misunderstandings but the secret is to solve that misunderstanding. This, say for example, I want to go somewhere and my wife does not want me to go. According to, I mean, listening, when I listen to her argument, why he doesn't want me to go there, I have to judge whether I'll give up, kana ngo muiguithia more, nigetha amenye. We argue a lot. Na the secret ya kumenya gwika atiri ya gwikarania ri ni kumenya how to solve those misunderstandings.
Wow, secret.
Sometimes,
Sorry, no.
Okay, sometimes ni tukinya handu ona tugakiranira kinya handu riu ngona riu ni arema na ndirenda na ni arema piu so I just keep quiet ngaikara thi ngethikiriria nigetha uhoro ucio uhituke so ukira ni njira imwe isolve problem nyingi muno just learn how to just keep quiet and leave that matter to solve itself. Na gweciria hau no andu aingi muno mahitanagiria andu mahitanagiria ni athuri kuona tari akariganirwo ati muthuri niwe kiongo kia mucii ugetua muthuri niwe boss ya mucii thiini wa family gutire boss. You are both equal. Omoru na maira make. Adato guo hi andu aingi mahata kungararia. But mutumia ni mugaire maundu make itangihota na muthuri nake ni mugaire maundu make mutumia atangihota. So ni mumenye uria riu mugutwana maundu macio meri. Na mungimenya ku solve those problems ni muguthii wega ni muguthii na njira njega.
Naho haha hakinyaga gũgatuĩka atĩ rĩu nĩ mwahĩtania atĩ nginya mũndũ no arutire mbara rĩ akarũa rĩ hau mũngĩtara andũ atĩa nĩgetha meherere mbara ihiko-inĩ ciao?
For one, if I may add to what my husband has said, sometimes there is this spirit of control. One person is controlling the other one. And this spirit must be dealt with in prayer. Mahoya. When we got married, we discovered that prayer is the weapon. Our prayer has been our weapon to sustain our marriage. Without prayer, we are not going anywhere. Avoid being bitter. Yeah, sometimes because you don't come from the same family. Both of you come from different families, different environment, everything is quite totally different. So you cannot expect someone to agree at once because he's also like, let's say on the side of a man, they are bold and they want to hammer that I am the head of the family. But being the head of the family, as my husband has said, is not that you command, is that you control. Being the head, it means that you are talking, you are communicating, because one thing, communication is one item that cannot lack in a marriage. Do communicate, talk to each other, listen to each other. If I come with an idea, let's say I have seen, because a woman, the work of a woman and the work of a man are totally different. Mostly the woman will go and find a land somewhere. It's being sold somewhere. I'll come and tell my husband, I think it's now time to prepare ourselves to buy a land, because our future, we are looking at our future. We want a bright future. And because a woman, most of the time, blessing comes through a woman. You remember Rebecca, when she got married, she was blessed by her relatives. And that is why they became very rich after getting married in the Bible. And so these blessings must remain. Communicate. Because if you don't communicate, if you don't talk to each other, bring out everything. Even if you have to go to a place that is not at home, somewhere outside, I would advise the couple to go out and discuss about what they need to do. Yes, yet praying together will also help. Now, and outside, never allow bitterness in your marriage, because that is sign of a devil. That is a sign of destruction to your marriage. Never allow anybody, not even a friend, not even a relative, not even a mother or a father, to interfere in your marriage. I know Kenya, right now, there are so many single parents. The other day, I heard the president, and it was very sad for me to hear the news, that there are about 15 million single parents. You can imagine, and most of them are women. You can imagine the children who are suffering out there, without their fault. It's not their fault. These children never sent a letter to be born. They did not apply anywhere to be born, but they were born as a result of you joining together. Those people should remember that they have a child, whether you are married or you are not married. Take care of your children.
Wow, wow. Guys, I hope you are taking notes. I hope you have your pen and your paper. You are taking notes, because this is very vital information that my mom and my dad are sharing over here. And I'm just going to go and just give a brief of some of the things that they have shared, while I give them an opportunity to maybe drink a glass of water or something. They first started by saying finances are the number one spoiler in any marriage. If you don't agree in your finances, you as a couple, you say this is my money and this is your money, you're not working together, you are definitely not going to stand. Your marriage is not going to stand, because when you got joined, you were joined and you became one. And as one person, you are supposed to do everything together. They spoke about duration of courtship. They said that don't be in courtship for less than 6 months. You need to know the person that you are marrying. You need to know their family. You need to get to know their background, and be open. Even as you are dating, be open. Let both families get to know you. Let them know that you are dating. Let them know that this is the person I'm going to marry, or the person I'm going to get married to. Don't put any secrecy there. When you put secrecy, then amwendi pahali, amwendi popote. They spoke about separation. If you get into any sort of dispute that are irreconcilable, you need to give yourself a time, separate away from each other, so that you can go and think, which is very, very important. If you stay with somebody and there is conflict, then obviously you're living in a very toxic environment. It is not healthy for you. It is not healthy even for any children that you may have. It is okay to separate. It is okay to walk away and go and think about whatever it is that you are fighting or you are arguing about. Wow, they spoke about communication. Communication, you cannot be in a marriage where there is no communication. So that is something else that people get into conflict in, they stop communicating with one another, and that is one of the signs that the devil brings to break that communication so that he can win over that marriage. They also spoke about when you get angry, walk away for a short time. Don't be the one that you're both in a heated argument, you're staying there. Please take time and walk away from the argument. Don't keep arguing and arguing, because it's not going to solve anything. Be the one to walk away. Go for a walk. My dad said you can even go for a walk and forget about the argument. Then come back when you have had a breather, you have had some fresh air, and maybe discuss about that topic in another day, not at the heat of the moment. Hey, I'm taking notes. I hope you're also taking notes, people. Okay, they spoke about praying. Praying is very, very important. So make sure that you are praying together. There is no relationship that does not get into difficulties. But if you put God first in any marriage, it surely is going to stand. They spoke about third parties. Don't bring third parties into any marriage. Ati sasa mmekosana, you go and tell your brothers, your sisters, you're the one who is running to other third parties, people that were not even there when you got joined together, to go and tell them what you are experiencing. They always spoil your marriage. They have nothing positive to add. So stop speaking to third parties, stop speaking to relatives about the issues that you are going through in your marriage. If you must, speak to a marriage counselor, a professional marriage counselor, rather than speaking to family members, because they are not going to help. They're actually going to not respect your spouse if you do that. And they also spoke about bitterness. Bitterness is the number one spoiler. You get angry, you keep so much bitterness within yourself. You don't want to let go. Maybe even you're bitter because of something that you had, not something that is true, and you're still angry about your spouse. That is very, very bad, and that does not solve any marriage. It will not stand if you are a bitter person. Let bitterness go, my people. Let bitterness go if you want your marriage to stand. Wow, wow, wow. So I hope you guys are taking notes. Now, I've got Joyce Kemani. She's saying, thank you, listening from Boston, my standard 1 and 2 teacher. Yes, Joyce ma'am is your student. She was your student. she's taking notes too. In fact, you remember Joyce. She was the daughter of the headmaster, my headmaster.
Oh, yeah, I remember Joyce. Hi, Joyce, how are you? Thank you. Come visit us in Georgia.
She says she's in Boston. She's very close to you.
Oh, yeah, it's a 6 hours flight.
6 hours flight. Joyce, you're welcome to come and visit Atlanta, Georgia. Visit mom and dad. My mom can come and visit you. Yes, and she's saying she is good. Thank you. Wow. Now, let me ask you something. You spoke about finances.
Before you ask, can I add something else?
Yes.
That there is power. Listen, people, there is power in partnership. Because when you get married, you are a partner. It's like you are starting a company now. And that company for both of you is very, very strong. It must be strong. How is it going to be strong? It's going to be bound by love. Love one another. That is another commandment of God. Without love, I myself, if I don't love my husband, I would not care about him. If he is sick, I will not care. But because I love him, from the time I saw him, from the time I got married to him, that love has bound us together because we are a partner, and two are better than one. When two are together, they are strong. The wife protects the husband. That is the work of the wife, to protect the husband. The husband will provide and the wife will protect. Women hear many things. They hear stories. They hear people gossip. So they will know that something is happening and they will protect their husband no matter what. They also protect their children. Women are there to protect. Men, your commandment is to love your wife. Love your wife as the church, as God loved the church, and he gave his only son, Jesus, to come and die for us. Now, ask the other question.
Wow. So partnership, guys, you have heard you have to work in partnership. You know, there are people who say that a wife should remain at home as a wife, and a man is the one that is running the business. You know, there are people who come and tell you, you are not my partner, you are my wife. So I'm not going to allow you in any business. Do you think that married people can work together in a business?
Oh, yes, you can work together. In a home like this one, or no, you know, the marriage home, it is, there is no any separation of what can I say, of things you have in your home, or things you in your home. It is like my wife said, you are partners running a business called home, and you have to stay together. You have to do. You have to run this home together
for it to succeed.
For it to succeed. No,
it is like a race that is called, you know, you run, you hand in the baton to another. So unless you work together, complete that race because you are in it together.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Musi utari na muthuri na mutumia. Musi ucio wina kindu uraraka. No nginya ona hindi ria mutumia to ni guthia handu umwe wao akehera ira muthuri kana mutumia, musi ucio hingo ciothe kindu urakaga ati he kindu utangihota gwithirania tondu he kindu kiehera. But when you are together, both of you, mukoragwo urugamite stand still. Ati musi ucio ndungienyeka. Kwina ciana, kwina mutumia, kwina muthuri, ucio muciĩ ni farm. Ni urugamite. Na toguo mutumia akugite ri. Kurugamia muciĩ wega ri ni wake muthingi thiini wa ndenda kuga atia thiini wa Ngai. Mahoya mukahoya muno, mweka maundu manyu muri hamwe. There should be no any separation at all when two are joined together.
Now this means that when you are together, I said that there is oneness when you are working together. This is like a company. When you are one is a manager, the other one is a supplier. So when you are working together, you don't want your company to fall down. You want your company to prosper. The same way with the marriage. You want your marriage to stay. And when you are together, God brings a blessing. When you are separate, God will not bring a blessing because he knows that these people, when I joined them, I made them one. So who is going to be blessed? A woman or a man when you are separate? Nobody. And this is when we say, when you are together and one falls, maybe you are getting resources from different places. Maybe one is working and getting more money. The other one is not getting a lot of money. And when you put the money together, the money will help you proceed. The money will help you prosper. And that is when the blessing comes. Because God has seen your willingness to work together. Otherwise, if you don't work together, it's hard to sustain that togetherness. And that's why we are saying that put your money in one basket if it is possible. If you can trust. The word we can use is trust. Do you trust me to keep the money? In our case, I'm the one who keep a record of the amount of money we get. My husband,
Minister of Finance.
Yes, finance. So I am the one who knows how much money has come in and how much money is going out because I take care of the bills. He's busy doing other things. And because I am blessed in that area, that's why I take the finance very, very seriously. If there is someone we want to help, if we want to help somebody in Kenya or here, we come together and ask ourselves, how much are we going to give? It's not my money, it's our money. So we come to a conclusion that we are going to give this amount of money. Two people, when they are joined together and they are one, they defend themselves. It is your duty to defend yourself from outside interference, from people who are talking evil about you. People who see people who prosper are not happy. And I don't know why. So when you are attacked and you are together, you are strong when you are together, but you become weak when you separate.
Very, very true.
But
Very, very true.
I cannot add something there.
Yes.
In our home, there is nothing belongs to any. All the things are ours, including money. I don't have my own money. I can say this is my money. I don't have my own account that I say this is my account, and my wife cannot go there. And my wife does not have in bank account somewhere where he can use the money the way she wants. There is nothing like that. All the money we earn are ours.
Yes.
And we use them together. And there's nothing, not even money. All the properties we have, there is nothing that belongs to me, and my wife is not there. And there's nothing belongs to my wife, and I am not there. Everything belongs to us. So because that is one thing that separates people a lot.
Yes.
People have andå nä mekagä indo ciao mä haka ici nä ciakwa na mutumia ona angä mena mbia bengi mutumia atangä menya mutingä ra mutumia amenye angä mena indo ingä meigä ire kinya mä gå nda na hitho atä å ndangä ndä areka å guo nowe mwenyewe å reheria tondå indo icio nä cianyu.
Yeah, and all these things are bound by love, because if you love someone, you cannot separate. You cannot say this one, the children belongs to me, or do not do this and do not do that. In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 33 says, he who loves his wife loves himself. He who loves his wife loves himself. And love comes before money. We loved one another. We didn't have money. We didn't have nothing. We only had love. So that love will bind you together and it will make you strong. Before, we were given material things, material possessions, money. And God, after seeing what we are doing, of course, you struggle from the beginning in your new marriage. People should understand that when you first get married, you struggle. And that's why I said this is a very, very wide topic. How you struggle to be where you are. We didn't have a house. We married in a hall. The house was not complete, but that did not put us despair. We didn't despair. We continued, and God continued to provide for us. And then after the children or the child was born, that is another responsibility. So now you have a child, you have a husband, and you have everything. So the wife have to balance between a child and a husband. And that is most of the problems comes in when the wife cannot balance between the love of a child and the love of a husband. A love of a husband is a special love. It's sweet. It's sweet to have a good marriage.
Wow, you cannot put it better than that. And that is very, very interesting. You guys, hey, I hope you're taking notes. You know something I have learned, that in a marriage, there has to be a minister of finance, there has to be a director. My mom, she's the minister of finance, she does all the accounting, she does all the finances, and she keeps the family together. My dad, he is the director, he's the overall oversight of that family, and you need to run your family like a company. If you want your company to succeed, you will put everything together, you will do everything you can in your own willpower to make sure that that company is successful and it does not break down. They spoke about a man being the provider and a woman being the protector. So the woman protects the children and protects the husband. You know, nyinyi watu wa mnaenda huko kusikia mishenena huko, then you come and start attacking your husband because of things you have had, or a husband coming to attack your wife because of mishenena huko umesikia, you've not even verified the information. It is wrong. Please don't do that. Marriage is sweet. That is what my mom and dad here are saying. It is very sweet, and God is a covenant-keeping God. People who come in between, those that God has joined in together, you are like death, because what God has joined together, no man should separate. And if you separate, you are like death. So that is like a curse from God. That is what they are saying. A very wide topic. I don't know if we can finish this topic. It is nearly 1 hour since we started. So that is how time goes. And I don't know, do you have final words? I don't want to cut you short. Do you have anything else to add before we bring this topic to a close for today?
No nyongere njuge atiriri
Eh.
kuringana na topic tukwaragia ri ni topic njega muno na ni topic very wide to maundu macio tumeki twaria kwina maundu mangi mai iguru kurumirirwo, and especially these days andu ni mekana mamenye uria megikana micii yao, tondu micii ni irabunjika muno tondu wa tundu ini tondu mangihota gusolve o enyewe i tondu andu mangihota gusolve na tondu tungisolveka tiguga ati o mwahitania o moiga ati ni ngara ti mbia ni mbia ti ngara mugatigana matuko ma ndiraigua andu marathie supermarket mahitania magatigana so ngwenda kuga ati ni topic nene muno 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 yagirwo ni kwariririo na andu mamenye guikarania tondu ucio ni watho wa Ngai na undu uria Ngai athondekire kuma kiambiriria ati no nginyagia muthuri atigane na muciari wake na mutumia atigane na aciari ake majoin together and they become one. Riu ni rĩathani rĩa Ngai na no nginyagia rĩthiĩ ũguo tondu maũndũ marĩa mothe Ngai abangĩte manjĩga ũrĩa Ngai amĩigĩte mabangĩtwo maikare na nĩ ngwĩhoka andũ nĩ megũteithĩka tũgĩkora mũthenya ũngĩ no twoka ningĩ twarĩrĩrie rĩngĩ tondu it is a very wide topic of marriage.
Let me conclude by saying that we just from the beginning we said that this is a very, very wide topic. Topic that cannot be complete within 1 hour. A topic that can go for many, many, many days because there is a lot. And because a husband has a duty and a wife has a duty, there are duties that God has given to a husband, and there are responsibilities that are given to a wife. We need to take charge, and we need to ask yourself, would you like to be done what you yourself is doing to the other one? Ugikorwo ni uramuturia ri, we no wende guturio. Ugikorwo ni uramuhura ri, we no wende kuhurwo. Ugikorwo ni uramuruma ri, that is cursing. Would you like you to be done the same? Because a husband from the beginning was called a provider. And a provider is the one who takes care of the home. There is nowhere in the Bible that says that a woman or a wife should provide. The work of the woman or the wife is to obey what has been said, obey alongside with your husband. And if you do that, everything will be in order. Be kind to each other. Someone who is kind cannot do you wrong. Somebody who is kind cannot talk you about you. Never ever talk, never gossip with anyone about your wife. You are the mother of your children. Never talk you about your husband, the father of your children. Those are very important people, whether you are together or not. Do not talk. If someone talk, tell them, what else do you know? What you seem to know more. Those people live together, they cover in one blanket, they have covered themselves in one blanket for years. You are not there. So stop interfering. Encourage one another. Encourage your wife. Encourage your husband. Lifting one another when one is downhearted. Because there are times when someone is low, when someone feel that I'm very, very low. It is it's for your responsibility to find out why is my husband so low? Why is my wife so low? Because you are kind-hearted, and talk to each other, and marriage will work. It works. Thank you.
Wow. Andu eri manakomania na murengeti umwe ndukanarie ciao. They are the only ones who know themselves You are not there in between those two blankets, so do not interfere. That is what I'm going to end, and I'm going to leave you guys with that. I think this is a very wide topic. I will invite you again. I will have to invite you again, Mom and Dad, on this channel because that's a very wide topic. Let's find kihonia kia mĩciĩ, kihonia kĩrĩa kĩratũma andũ matigane, kihonia kĩrĩa kĩratũma mĩciĩ ĩrege kũrũgama matukũ maya. Angĩkorwo nĩ mũikarĩte makĩria ma mĩaka 45 ũkagĩra o mũthenya ũkona o mũndũ oro ũcio na no mũrũgamĩtie kĩhiko na no mũroiga marriage is sweet. Surely marriage must work. Marriage has to work. If it is ordained by God, it will work. And if you are there and you're feeling downcasted and you feel like you have come to your end, do not give up. Prayer is what they are saying. If you get into a relationship, make sure that it is known by your parents, it's known by your family members. Don't let it be a hidden agenda. And most of all, put everything before God so that you can get God's blessing. Wow, we are going to wrap this now here because it's been 1 hour since we started this topic. I will invite Mom and Dad again. If you guys want them to be invited, for those of you who have joined this live broadcast, thank you because of joining. And for those of you who are going to watch after the live, again, thank you because of coming, always coming to watch Baraka Reality Media, because of supporting my content. Thank you very much. And if you have not subscribed, please do not forget to subscribe. Now, Mom and Dad, we are going to finish by telling people now, Baraka.
Baraka.